What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is your host.
You're on the wrong side. Hold on. We
stole the whole goddamn thing.
Oh my God, what is going on?
That's why I'm messing up, man. This is your host, Anthony Sain here. My guy Kenny Stubblefield, man, doing what we do twice a week,
for all
man.
this.
Every Wednesday, every Friday. Welcome to everybody joining us today. It is a beautiful Wednesday. I'm speaking to the future. We recording this shit on a Tuesday. We speaking to the future. Hope y'all guys had a good Tuesday. It is Wednesday now. Episode 124, man. Episode 125. We're going to do something special, Kenny. It's my first warning. I got one more warning for you, man. We're doing something special on 125, man. I ain't telling you what's going on, man. You produce a show.
Don't I need to know? Don't I need to know?
You need to know shit, man. We taking over, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know nothing.
Who? You said we? Who?
Hey, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Just know I'm bringing one of the OGs in this joint.
Do I need to jump on? Do I need to be here? I mean, am I being kicked off my own network? Like, what's going on here?
Man? It's a takeover, real like the NWO, man. We coming, man. We taking over, man. Is this an NWO shirt? No, this is not an NWO shirt. This is bend but don't break, my guy.
Do you remember when NWO, when the Outsiders came on to WCW for the first time?
Of course, yeah.
I remember that like giving me angst. Like I was like legitimately like
oh my God,
is going on right now?
Man,
that was such a good
go from here.
Yeah, that was such a good storyline. I remember going, oh my God.
That was cold compared to using real life stuff that was going on with these guys' contracts and
yeah.
But yeah, shout out to this organization right here, man. Being on break. This is my boy Jeff Trotter, man. You know our good friend Jeff Trotter. Organization he has about sports and mental health, man. The cross sanctioning of mental health and athletes and sports and all that. My guy Jeff Trotter, check it out.
Love it.
He gave me a shirt and a hoodie, man. The hoodie's out to the side. I put that on when it chill out a little bit.
Me and Jeff are tight, man. That man has put like 50 points on me in a basketball game at one time. That man needs to send me a shirt and a hoodie too.
Man, Jeff was in the bad gym, cold as hell, bro.
Yeah.
For real though.
There was every once in a while I could give him some business, but man, that dude was
out there murdering folks.
Yeah, he was tough. Anyway,
that was good. Shout out to my boy Jeff Trotter. But since we last talked, Kenny Stubblefield, man, I was in the Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, the Liberty Hole, so to speak. I'm gonna say this, man. I am living in a Mandela effect right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I was watching pictures of the Liberty Bowl,
yeah,
what I saw in those pictures and what I walked into are two totally different things.
Not the same thing, is it?
Because okay, I saw the space on the side, but I saw a tall structure in the middle that they were knocking down.
Right.
So to me, it seemed like that whole side was going to be gone. Right. So I was like, okay. I was super confused when I got there. It didn't look nearly as big as what I thought in my mind was missing at all.
Right.
It looks like somebody made a taco salad with a corn chip bowl and tried to break a little piece. I was like, shit, I broke off too much. Now,
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Like somebody just broke a little bit too much of the bowl off.
Yeah.
But I had a great time. The Tigers, of course, won.
The Liberty Bowl looks good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The changes they're making are going to be dope when they get their joint done.
Can you kind of see, like, we've seen the sky cam, you've seen all the stuff that's been done from the outside, but from the inside, as you see that big hole, you can kind of see what they're going to do with that concourse, right? With the whole area. It's going to be
nice when they get their joint done, bro. Like I said, it didn't look nearly as crazy as I thought that joint was going to look. As I was anticipating that joint possibly looking.
They have put in a ton of work to get that thing ready for the games, man. Ton of work. Yeah.
Also in that game, Sutton Smith suffered an injury. At the time we were recording now, nothing official just came out, I don't believe, right?
No, nothing. He was supposed to get an MRI on Tuesday, so we're kind of waiting around to hear what the deal is. But I think more than likely, based on you kind of saw the angles of what happened and all that kind of stuff, he's going to be gone for quite an extended period of time.
Yeah, man.
Which is sad, man. I've said this on multiple podcasts this week, but I know Sutton pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was talking to him before the game.
He's been on when we did the one-on-one podcast, he came on there before.
Yeah. I interviewed him on that, and we kind of connected and built a little bit of a relationship out of that. But he's that kid that, like, when he came in and talked with us on one-on-one, he's a thick kid, like he's a big kid, but he looked like a kid still.
Yeah.
Coming into this offseason, I told him, I was like, you went from being, I told him before the game, I was like, you've gone from being like an athletic looking kid to being a grown ass man. And he was like, man, the work I've put in this offseason, I can't even tell you. He's like, I'm ready to show y'all what I got this year. And I was like, I was ready for it, man. And then sadly,
that leads me to a question before I get into booty ass Florida State and your boy, Coach Norvell. Before I get into that, they showed a graphic, right, of like all the players and former Tigers that in NFL, right?
Right.
I think somebody said it's 6 running backs that are currently in NFL from Memphis. All right. I don't know who these dudes are for the most part. I've heard the names, but I don't know who these guys are for the most part.
Okay.
I'd assume that Tony Pollard is probably the most successful one.
Yeah, I would say in terms of, if we're talking financially, yeah, he's definitely, he's on his second contract. He's signed with the Tennessee Titans now. So yeah,
I remember him and Kenny Gainwell kid. I remember him. The rest of the guys is kind of, I don't really know who they are.
Yeah, but Tony Daryl Henderson played the year. You remember Daryl? Antonio Gibson played in 2019. It's a crazy story. I mean, his story is wild. Like, came in as a receiver, played the first like 7-8 games of the year as a receiver. Then they moved him when Patrick Taylor got hurt. They moved him to the backfield, and he had played. I think he had played running back for like a couple of years in high school. Came in and dominated. Got drafted in the 3rd round as a running back in the NFL. Like, it was just a clear, like, oh my God, this dude. That just doesn't happen. Like, you don't see guys do that. You know, play a specific position their entire year and then move for like 3 games over to another position and get drafted in that position. So,
3 games for real?
Yeah, he only played like 3 or 4 games as a running back. Yeah, he came out like his big game, his big kind of coming out party as a running back was that SMU game day game where he just dominated. He had like almost 250 yards, all-purpose yards. Like, he was crazy. So.
All right, so since D'Angelo, best running back in Memphis since D'Angelo is who?
Most talented, Kenny Gainwell. Probably oh my God. See, dude, you're asking me this question. I'm going to get roasted by Memphis football fans.
All right, who's the most beloved? Who will Tiger fans say their favorite guy was, regardless?
Tony Pollard.
Okay.
Tony Pollard. Yeah.
Local kid, Pollard, A&R barbecue, Pollard's barbecue kid.
Yeah. Whitehaven, I think. What did he go? Whitehaven? Yeah, Whitehaven. Yeah. I mean, he's a beast. Yeah, he's a beast.
But now on to the snake oil salesman, John Calipari and pads.
Hey, this team sucks, bro. God, did you watch the game at all last night?
Somebody said that your boy DJ, what's his name? The quarterback, what's his name?
We just call him DJ DJ
Uga. Walker said it, but somebody else said it too. That he might well go ahead and get ready to be the new members of the bloodline. Like, that's the most racially offensive, funny shit.
Oh man.
That you go ahead and be a wrestler.
Devin said that? Jesus Christ. Wow. Hey, shout out Devin Walker. Good Lord.
Man, he go ahead and be part of the bloodline, bro.
Wow.
Oh God. Oh man.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's a good one though. That's funny.
But yeah, speaking of bloodline, man, speaking of wrestling, man, Not on One Wrestling, we are back on y'all. Our final days at Black Lodge happened a few weeks ago, but we're back, man. Not on One Wrestling. We're in Minglewood Hall, man, September 22nd. Bring your ass and bring your kids, man. Kids get in free with every ticket, every general admission ticket purchase. A kid gets in free, Kenny. So if you got 3 kids, if it's you and 3 kids, 2 of your kids getting in free, man. It ain't got to be most places when the circus come to town, man. You get 1 free ticket for every parent that's there, right? We ain't doing. If you got 10 kids with you, man, had some kids getting in free, man. That's what we're doing for you on the September 22nd, our first show at Minglewood Hall. First time local wrestling has been inside Minglewood Hall in over a decade. The last wrestling show there was NXT a few years ago.
Wow.
And there hasn't been a local show there in over a dozen years. We're super excited. Shout out to my boy Tommy Jackson, my boy Kevin Cerrito is going down September 22nd. But yeah, man. Hey, I'm telling you, y'all got to stop doing Tiger fans. Though. Y'all kind of losing y'all mind, man. 'Cause, you know, we get kind of bougie with you of them football real fast and start smelling our ass real quick. These folks in here talking about the Tigers gonna be favored against Florida State. You're not. You're not gonna be favored on the road against Florida State. They're talking about, oh, this is even gonna be a good win. Like, man, stop it, bro. Like, Florida State is gonna get their shit together. If they don't, it's Florida State, bro. It'll be a huge win for the Tigers, bro.
Oh, obviously it'll be a huge win if they go down there. I think the conversation that I've seen is
beat Troy, man.
Like Troy. Right, 100%.
They're gonna beat Troy, but I'm just saying, beat Troy. Then let's beat Florida State before we start talking about what quality of win this would be.
Yeah, and I think that's the hard part, right? Like, is it you look at the schedule and you go, you know, the one team that they're going on the road, they're getting paid a certain amount of money to go play that game against a top 10 team.
You get paid and beat them for
they're getting paid $1.5 million.
And if you beat them too,
and it's like the thing I heard that all day last night or all night last night. It was like, oh, they're still going to be favored, and they will be, but the things that you see from Florida State are not things that are fixable. Them folks
look terrible, bro.
Like they don't look fixable. They look like they are a broken team.
And if you beat them folks, that's a big win. It's Florida State, bro.
Oh, it's a huge win in Tallahassee. But is it as big of a win? Is it as big of a win as it was at the beginning of the year? Boston College just beat them already in Tallahassee. So it's like,
hold on. Let me ask you this right here. We're gonna put it out there. Yes, just quick yes or no. I don't hear no what if. Yes or no. If Memphis go up there and beat them folks, is Mike Norvell getting fired from Florida State?
It's tough, man. You said quick yes or no. No, he won't be.
All right. I disagree. Because you know the agenda I'm pushing, bro. You know how bad I want to buy a prime Florida State gear, bro. You know how bad I want to buy some Coach Prime. You know how quick I want to get this Colorado shit out my closet, bro. You know how quick I want to upgrade, get on Nike and buy me some Florida State Coach Prime gear, bro.
Listen,
can we do a mid-season transfer? Because you're doing this, Travis Hunter. Hey, can y'all come over the middle of the season, man?
They won't fire. The only way that they would do that is if they to bring Prime over is if they do it during the offseason. They ain't doing it mid-season. Because Prime ain't leaving mid-season.
No, I was joking about that part, but I'm just saying, will Mike Norvell be replaced?
I mean, you got to think, though, like Florida State fans and the administration are kind of wild. So maybe, I mean, listen, is his job safe? No, he's on the hot seat. He's on the hottest of hot seats if they lose to Memphis.
Yeah.
But you got to think, man, like Norvell's going up again. Him and Ryan Silverfield are still friends, but you got to imagine he wants to beat his ass.
He want to get his ass out of there. And it'll be good for Silverfield's career, man. Like if we mess around to go to the tournament, come on, bro. To the playoffs, come on, bro. Hey, bro, you realize how happy I would be, Anthony Sain, if I can be vindicated and showing y'all that Coach Norvell, because I'm a Justin Fuente guy. When I was covering the team, Fuente was my coach when I was covering the team. Norvell came in my last season, and whatever, you know what I mean. I'm a Fuente guy, bro. So I've always thought Norvell wasn't really that tight to me because I was like, bro, this dude ain't it to me, bro. But anyway,
I think people overvalue. I think Norvell did a lot of really fantastic things for this Tigers program.
He didn't leave wrong,
but
he left with the humility, and that's the only reason why people ain't destroying his ass right now.
Right. But I also think people forget about Norvell. Like he had a good season, and I think it was the 2018 season. They shared a conference title, but they were like, because there was divisions, and they had a pretty nasty record, and but he shared the division title. I think that might be right, but that 2019 year is what supplanted his legacy as like, he's the man. Oh, yeah, but let's not forget, he was one missed 20-yard field goal against Tulsa away from all of that being nothing. That one field goal changed everything because that missed field goal sent them to the AAC championship, brought game day to their place. I mean, that field goal changed a lot of people's careers. Ryan Silverfield wouldn't be here. Norvell wouldn't be in Florida State. It just changed everything. So
yep, that's facts. That's facts. Like I said, we can get him out of here it'll put Memphis in the pole position to go and do what they gotta do to get to the college football playoff. If you win out, you got a chance to win out if you win this game against Florida State.
How crazy is that going to be if they do that?
Crazy.
I'll say this though: Memphis football better get their run game right before they go up against Florida State. Man,
they're looking sick against North Alabama.
That run game,
brother. Quit trying to cut me out, man. So I won't get to the coup de grace of all this, bro.
Oh, let's go.
And then this summer, bro, you already know, Tallahassee gonna give my boy that call, man. They gonna call Boulder, Colorado. It's gonna be prime time the way God intended, bro. God's plan, bro. God got us, bro. Coach Prime.
Hey, good on Florida State if they bring Prime back.
Hey, if Memphis is the reason why that happened, bro. You understand how happy I'd be, bro. you understand how happy I would be to go on Nike.com and order a Coach Prime Florida State hoodie, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey, man. Listen, congrats to
get out my closet so quick. Come on, man.
Be a perfect fit for Florida State, man. Lots of flash, no cash.
Bring it back, man.
Lots of flash,
bro.
No substance.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Win a game, man. Win a game, Colorado.
Hey, wait, that's what.
We,
bro.
Get you we.
Hey, bro.
We shit.
Hey, the man got a 1-win team, bro. He quadruple a 400% increase, bro. They gonna be sorry then. They gonna be sorry as hell. But hey. Go check the stats, bro. Check the numbers, bro. Check the
numbers. Check the bottom line. That's all that matters.
Florida State. If you want to get you a coach that's going to get you to the next level, man, they're going to bring the fun back to Florida State. Put the fun back in Florida State, bro. Go get my boy Prime. But go get my boy Prime, man, so I can get the Florida State gear in the closet, man. But, so we're going to take a break, man. When we come back, my boy Parish Sharkey going to join us for the sit down with Sain, man. Parish is the Memphis Grizzlies beat reporter for Bluff City Media. Joins us each and every Wednesday. He's going to join us after the break. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Ja Morant and Zach Edey were videoed in the lab working on pick and rolls, and it got everybody hot and bothered.
Oh man, working on pick and rolls, post entry pass, lobs, follows where Ja was crashing, Edey was coming in behind him, cleaning up. It made me fired up. He just looks so fluid and so smooth next to Ja that they look like a match made in heaven for their skill sets.
It's just nice to see it because it's all theoretical. Everybody's got a hot take when the Grizzlies used the number 9 pick to draft Zach Edey, a 7'5" big man out of Purdue. This should work. This may do this. This may do that. We've just talked ourselves to death about Zach Edey and Ja Morant. So it was nice, even for a 30-second clip, just to see that they were actually working on it.
Tune in to the $2 Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Friday at 3 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Stuff was hard, man. I was trying to make ends meet. I remember this like it was yesterday, man. It was a Friday night. I came back in from working a long little day of work. I came back to my crib and I had an eviction notice on my door. I just prayed that night and I'm like, God, whatever you want me to be doing, if I'm doing the right thing, if this camera is the right thing, just let me know. I woke up that next morning, man. I had a text from Ja yo, has anybody signed you? Well, I'm finna sign you. And it was literally that next morning, man. I dropped my phone. And my mom's house was probably 3 blocks away. I run over to my mom's house. I show her the message. She starts going crazy. She's like, my prayers are working. And I was just like, I prayed all last night. I was on a flight to Memphis 2 days later. And it's just Memphis is definitely love out there, man. So I love it. You know what I'm saying? At first, I was a little skeptical. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely was a little skeptical at first about the M. But, man, it's definitely been love.
Tune into the No Bluffing Podcast with your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes, every Monday at 12 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Time for the sit down with Sain. Each and every Wednesday, my man Parish Sharkey joins us. He, of course, is the Memphis Grizzlies reporter for Bluff City, beat reporter for Bluff City Media. He joins us each and every Wednesday, and he joins us now. Parish, what's going on, my brother?
Not much, man. The Labor Day weekend went past too fast.
Oh man, I forgot I had a job, bro. To be honest with you, man.
Fact.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. We'll talk about this later in the show, but with not on one day being on the Sunday and then Labor Day being a Monday, I don't know what they need to do, but they need to make it be like that all the time. Easy
Right,
Memphis,
thanks.
you know what I mean? Because that was right. That was right on time there. Because
Yeah.
I kicked it Saturday night and last night. I'm tired as hell right now. Struggling at the job today, man. But it's all good. It is all good with my man Parish Sharkey, who joins us again each and every Wednesday. Doing some new things as far as how you cover the Grizzlies this year. I'm excited to see that. We're getting all that writing up out of here, man. We're getting it out of here, man. Sure. But I'm excited to see what you're doing. Something I'm not excited about is the news that came out last week. Of course, G.G. Jackson injured his foot, broken fifth metal, whatever bone in his body. I had to go on the internet and research some things. I found a picture to show where that bone is and some of the expected times and things like that for G.G. Jackson and that foot injury. Wild stuff, man. Very unfortunate. One good thing about it, they said he hurt himself outside of Dallas, so it seems like him, Edie, and Ja were working together. Who all else is working with them, I don't know, but it just putting context clues together. It does sound like those guys were together as a group, so I guess that's a good thing. Bad thing, of course, is that G.G. Jackson gets that foot injury. From some of the research I've done, I've seen anywhere between 6 to 12 weeks. That looks like at max December, maybe January if they are extra precautious. What do you think about the injury to G.G. Jackson, and when do you think he'll probably be back?
It depends on the surgery, right? It depends on when he has surgery, and different people's bodies react differently. So I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, and Derrick Henry had the exact same injury in the 2021 season. And I think he missed only 6 weeks and came back right in time for the playoffs. He probably came back a little too early, but he didn't re-injure anything. So he was fine enough to play, right? He may not have been 100%. Knowing the Grizzlies medical staff, they go 100%, and I don't blame him, right? You got a deeper roster this year, you can survive, right? And I don't know if he's had surgery already or not, because if he had,
I think he had it today. I think according to what I saw, I think it was today.
Yeah, 6 weeks from now means he's back before even the regular season starts, and 10 weeks from now means he's back Thanksgiving. So give or take, I'd say probably somewhere in the middle. He'll probably be back November. So I'd say he's gonna miss the first however many games he got in October. And they'll start to ramp him up, probably send him down to the Memphis to practice early November. Then probably by the first in-season tournament game, I think it's sometime in November, earlier November, he'll probably be back around that time. So, but also he's 19 years old, so with how young he is, he might heal quicker than a whole lot of other guys. So it kind of
made out of rope.
Exactly.
Yeah, and all those foot injuries just look like super painful to me. Like when they show like the diagram of what particular bone it is, I'm like, man, I know that shit gotta hurt, bro. Like it just looked like a real, painful situation. I'm gonna pull something out. This is just me. I don't know. I'm just ain't really based on much or nothing, but it just seems like, I don't think this may not have nothing to do with nothing, but Gigi is a guy who's been like kind of a sneaker free agent, right? Who's like wearing all these different shoes to try to see which shoe he likes best. I can't see that being good on your feet. Like if you're wearing different types of shoes throughout the season, like different brands,
Yeah.
Most guys wear the same,
especially if they're brand new and you're breaking them in.
Man. Like
it
seems
seems
like
like it's already formed to your foot.
Yeah. It seems like going from trying these different shoes isn't good. He had Nikes on during the summer league. He was wearing Kobe's. Most of the guys in the league wear Kobe's. I don't know if they had anything to do with it, but I hope he just gets a settled in shoe for him. I know Desmond Bain, Jaren has something going on with his foot, and now he wears the shoes he wears. He used to be a KD guy, but now he switched over to that shoe that has a thicker sole on it. And I know that Bain wears those LeBrons as well. So I hope he gets in something that, be good for his feet. But I don't think he'll be, like I said, man, November, December, I don't think he'll be out too long at all. I know he, like you say, he's a young player. They don't particularly need him this year to be a part of what they do. It's been hella good to have him there. He's not gone for the year. He'll be back pretty soon. But with that being said,
especially in training camp for him to
I hate you missing training camp for real.
I hate it. Yeah, but
that's what I hate. As far as him, as far as how big of a need he is, I'm assuming that also means that you don't think they're going to do anything major as far as trying to make a trade to get somebody in on the roster from that's not on the team already.
No, I think the most. I mean, so not only GG, but Jacob Raver had a really good end to the season, and he carried over to summer league. So I think it's obviously because I thought there was a chance Jacob Raver would potentially get some minutes as a 11 man. Taylor Jenkins. I thought there was still a chance he could get some minutes even despite being out of rotation, right? But if they do make any move, I think it's just simply, which they may potentially thought about doing anyway, bring Lamar Stevens back. I think that's a way more simple move just to make if you are going to make any move.
Right. He's the guy that if you bring him, he's the guy if you bring him in on the minimum and you decide to cut him in the point of the season. I mean, who cares? You know what I mean? That's why I look at it too. Yeah. I'm not saying I particularly want him back. I know my boy Chris Ingram. I know if he's watching, I know he'll be super supportive if they bring Lamar Stevens back.
Hey, Lamar good.
I'm in the middle on him. I've seen both sides. I've seen people who really are like pro Lamar Stevens. I've seen people who think he's terrible. I don't think he's a bad player at all. I think he's pretty good. Yeah, I think he brings a lot of toughness to this team. He can defend a little bit. Nice mid-range shot. I wouldn't if they brought him in just to have another body in that spot. It's kind of a disposable body. You know what I mean? That's why I said I don't want to do it with Scottie Pippen Jr. because he's a guy I think you have long-term plans for. But if you want to do it with a guy like Lamar Stevens, I wouldn't mind that at all because he's a guy that you can do to a 1-year deal. And if you get Gigi back, you just cut him. You just move on. You cut your losses. But
or you could keep him, but you just have to if you just need a roster spot.
Yeah, you just want the guy that you want the roster spot, you could cut him. Yeah,
because that Edey get hurt, and you need another center.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I don't think they do anything. But if they do, that's the only type of move I probably would do. Something else that's happened since Gigi has gotten hurt is a lot of people are penciling in guys like Jake Laravia as a guy who will get more minutes. Jake, of course, had a nice end of the season very well last year and played pretty good in summer league as well, being a guy that kind of emerging as a leader on that summer league team. Do you see any? Do you think his minutes increase, or do you think they go through other methods to just kind of because right now they're talking about playing 10. If you're playing 10 dudes, right, you're gonna have to find minutes for guys like Santi, balancing minutes for Santi, Brandon Clark, Gigi, Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, Vince Williams. That was going to be hard anyway. Just those guys' minutes. Just making those guys' minutes make sense. And I think with Gigi falling out, I don't really think you have to really do that too much anything. Just play some of those other guys more. You know what I mean? Just give more minutes to those guys because you only got 240 to go around. So I could definitely see something like that. But do you think a guy like Jake Laravia will see more minutes now since Gigi got the injury?
Yeah, definitely. One thing we learned about Taylor Jenkins, now he does have a whole new coaching staff, right?
Yeah.
So things could change this season, but normally he runs a 10-man rotation, and I would just assume he's gonna plug Jake Laravia in. Probably not to. I don't know how this going based off the minutes anyway, but he's gonna play something. He's gonna play some, or John Contrar's still on this roster. He loves to play John Contrar.
Yeah.
He's the wild card in this I could see playing as well. And even a couple weeks ago, we talked about Jaden Wells still in minutes, right?
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for him in training camp. He come out short in training camp because what Jaden Wells could kind of steal some minutes. So
I can see that too.
I think it'd be 10 man. You would see him kind of. We'll see what works. I think Jake Laravia is going to get the first shot though because of how he ended the season, how he played in the league.
But if Jalen, like you said, if Jalen Wells is good in camp, I'd rather see him than Laravia. Now, just because I talk about this all the time with Jake. Like, I'm glad to see Jake is able to do certain things. But the thing is, all those things he's doing, he's not really great at them. He's not really good at any one of those things. And Jalen Wells, if he's a guy that can come out and can knock down threes and can defend and hustle, get that dude on the court. Because I don't need Jake Laravia to be a playmaker. I don't need Jake Laravia to taking shots from mid range. You know what I mean?
And also to that point, you'll probably want Jake Laravia more so playing the 4, and which you have Brandon Clark and Santi Thomas. You're probably more likely, Jalen Wells. You'll want a true wing at the 3 to play to come in.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see though. Like I said, I think they'll just kind of spread those minutes out amongst Santi Clark, Smart, Vince. I think they'll just kind of spread those minutes out amongst those guys. But yeah, I can see him getting more minutes for sure. But yeah, it's an interesting thing with Gigi. Disappointed that he's hurt, but it does feel like that we'll see him sooner than later. You know what I mean? And I don't, I know a lot of people are just kind of bugging out about it. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm tired of, man. Like I understand in the past the Grizzlies have had injuries that we've milked or whatever. I don't think this is gonna be that type of situation. Like we have to stop being so negative about stuff, man. Like I think Gigi will be fine. I think we'll see him back sometime in maybe late November, early December. I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be.
He's so young. I feel like he's going to be back way sooner than some of these other guys who may have been older when they got the injury.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Something else of note As far as my Twitter goes, I don't know about y'all's, but I stumbled across a video of Zach Edey throwing pitches at baseball at 15 years old in high school.
Tim Duncan analogy.
Yeah, I think it said he was like 6'11". Had like a 70 something mile per hour fastball at the time. That's not fast, but the dude was 15 years old. I'm like, bro, like this is crazy, bro.
Wow.
And then we had Josh saying, I quoted the tweet saying, man, this is crazy. We've had dudes who can't even make the first pitch, of the game. This dude, like, he can go 4 or 5 innings. You know what I mean? Then Ja came in and said he'll beat that shit. Like, Ja quoted my tweet and said that he'll knock that shit out the park, which is funny to me for sure. And it's just something about our team that I love, man. These guys that Ja looks to, it looks like he's taking Zach Edey on his wing. And it's just weird when you see guys like Ja who, Ja was the guy who needed the Jay Crowders of the world, these type of guys to be the big bros on the team. And now he's the guy who's taking Zach Edey as this guy said, hey, if we're going to be good, me and this guy got to be good together. So Josh taking that guy on his wing and getting those jokes in. What do you think about that type of stuff? The chemistry you're seeing these guys build, not just, the basketball playing that we saw with Ja and Zach Edey working out together, but also just, camaraderie on Twitter and things like that.
I think it's just a confirmation of the things we've heard about Ja over the past year. How he's gotten better. He's developing more to a leader. How Derrick Rose has spoke glowingly about him and just the progress he's made. Even Marcus Smart's made comments last season just saying he's getting his head on straight, right? And he's taking on more of a leadership role. Will he be the leader of the team? Maybe not, but will he be like he's still the best player on the team, so he has to be some form of leader, right? I know we talk about these teams. Kevin Durant, he's never really been a true leader in one of his teams, but he is a leader in some aspect. He may not be the rah guy, but he's a leader in some aspect, whether he's taking a young player under his wing, different things like that. So Ja Morant just developed into any type of player to the extent. Him getting older, you just assumed that he was going to get better, but him putting himself in position, putting himself over the last 2 years, that's growth as well, because he's coming out of it. He's found a way to come out of it, and he's looking better on the back end of it. And it's very exciting to see. It's natural progression. We figured would happen, but it kind of got there. It kind of looked like, okay, I don't know if he's gonna get to that player, is he gonna get to this person? But it's very good. It's very good to see. I am so excited, just ready for him to come out and just re-show the world who he is, the reinvention of himself this season.
Yeah. I'm down for it. Speaking of camaraderie, Jaren Jackson Jr. On 9-on-1 day was basically giving shots out to Memphis saying, hey, I've been here since I was 18 years old, which is also crazy to think about that Jaren is getting older. Like, Jaren's going to be coming up on 30 in a few years. You know what I mean? We got Jaren when he was 18 years old. And I just remember him being in the locker room because we hadn't had a good, truly young player in a long time back there, like since Mike Conley. And I wasn't covering the team back when Mike was a rookie. You know what I mean? And my time covering the team was Zach, Tony, Zebo, Mark, those type of guys. And then you get this kid in the locker room. I'm like, man, what in the world is going on? And it was such a culture shock for me once Jaren got in the locker room. But Jaren was talking about how he's been here since he was 18, and Ja was saying, and just know you ain't going nowhere. And Jaren was like, yeah, it's locked in. Like, I ain't going nowhere, like that. And it's just crazy, man, because you hear all these negative things about Memphis, and Memphis is an NBA town, and just Memphis as a city in general, and small markets and all type of stuff. But when you see guys like your young stars, two all-stars, basically talking about how they love this city and how they want to be here and how they're going to be here, what do those type of things do for you as far as looking forward to the season?
Oh, man, it's definitely exciting, especially when you got smoke on the outside of Jaren's contract situation coming up. And you got speculation all around on that. Hey, the Grizzlies willing to pay him because they try to stay on the tax now. You get all this smoke now. So it's good to see something like that. It's like, hey, I'm here to stay, right? As long as he does his part and continues to develop. I think the team they want their core going forward with Ja and Jaren and Bane, right? They want their core going forward. So, yeah, it's definitely exciting. And the thing about Memphis is once you come here, we embrace you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we got problems, but every city got problems, right? I mean, a lot of these bigger cities got problems, and we need to stop acting like Memphis is a small city. We are a pretty major city. Nashville just overtook us for the biggest population a couple years ago. So Memphis is still a pretty major city, especially in the state of Tennessee. So when the players came here, when they got embraced, they gonna embrace Memphis back. And hey, 901 Day was definitely something that we cherish as a city. I'm actually proud of the city. I didn't really watch the news, but I'm glad I didn't see anything at the events that happened. Right, that's a step forward. So we need to take those little small features and keep pushing.
Yeah, man, it does seem like good days. We'll talk about more about 901 Day later on in the show. But yeah, like I said, it is good to see our two young stars, showing their love to the city and letting people know they plan on being here, for the long run. As far as developments are going with the city, I know that you've had some insight on some of the developmental stuff they're doing. What are some of the things that you think you might be excited about as far as future plans with the Grizzlies, or is there anything you really can talk about for what you know, or what as far as like developing goes?
Not much I ain't heard much else about the Feds Forum. I know the current. I guess I found out just thinking when they said what they're working on currently now. I was on that project with the scanning, with the beans or whatever they're working on now.
Yeah,
that's part of the project I actually worked on to get that kicked off. I didn't know that until found out they was working on it. So that's pretty cool. But I haven't heard anything else about what's going on, what's coming forth with the Feds Forum. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's
a big hole in the Liberty Bowl, man. So we can talk about that.
Well, we know that. Yeah, we know the Liberty Bowl gonna be. I like the future plan they'll be. And I want to explain about them more is Vanderbilt has had construction on the stadium for at least the last season, maybe the last 2 years, and they're still in construction now. Like if you watch their game on ESPN on Saturday, the whole back half, the end zone is still under construction. So Memphis, the Liberty Bowl is not the only thing that's going through that. And I thought it was pretty cool that they covered it up with that, like the Memphis Tigers banner or whatever, how they covered it up. They made it look fine. It wasn't like just a big hole and it's just a bunch of construction. It actually looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then they got the win. So yeah, but Parish, like I said, we appreciate you coming on for this segment, man. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, it's gonna be more Parish Sharkey, of course. We're gonna do the 3-pointer, and we'll see that and more here on the Angel Sain show. See you guys in a minute.
And of course, their leading receiver is named Reese Vanderzee out of Rock Rapids, Iowa.
Yep.
Good Lord, man. Some of these guys they get, it's just like, it's just crazy to see that many whites on one team.
They got a lot of whites. They got a lot of whites.
And speaking of whites, Roddy White, the former wide receiver, Pro Bowl wide receiver, all-pro wide receiver from the Falcons.
A lot of whites.
The reason Clemson didn't win is they had too many whites on the field. And you know what? People went after him.
It's not an
I agree wholeheartedly. I am right there with him, 100%. Can't have 10 out of 11 whites on one side of the ball and expect to win ball games at a high level. You just can't do it.
So fair.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
How do you think the Grizzlies are going to do? And I keep saying the same answer. Well, they better be good. And then they always respond with the same thing of, well, as long as everyone doesn't get injured. We need to stop talking about that. We got to get rid of the PTSD that we have from last season. What happened last year is that just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen all the time. And then Friday, I get an email. While playing basketball outside of Dallas on August 27th.
Are you setting up some scene?
After attempting a contested layup, G.G. Jackson experienced an unstable landing on his right foot. Imaging revealed a broken fifth metatarsal in his right foot, which will require surgery to repair. An update will be provided following surgery, which is scheduled for today.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Angel Sain show, man. Time for the 3-pointer, man. With the three of us get together, do that goddamn thing, man. Y'all know what we do, man. Talk about three things going on in the world of sports. A lot of stuff going on out here, man. Let me get the stuff. It's what I want to say to the end. So let me get some of this stuff up out of here first. This isn't a small story. 49ers Ricky wide receiver Ricky Pearsall was shot in the chest during a robbery. So he's already been released from the hospital. But the crazy part about it is that, people check up on him, right? People were trying to see how the man was doing. And people didn't have his new number. And they were texting his old number that belonged to some kid. Some kid had got a phone with his old phone number in it.
If you didn't make that cut,
hey, bro, imagine finding out that you decide near death experience. You know what I mean?
Right? Like, oh, this isn't your number anymore.
Oh, okay.
We must not really be friends.
That man probably changed that number. The first mock draft, he changed his goddamn number.
Facts.
Where did he play college ball at? Y'all know?
I don't
know. Florida.
Oh, that's right.
Man, but good to see he's good though, man. Wild story.
Man, got up. He was walking around. He got shot in the chest and was walking around after he got shot, man.
Somebody said he had grabbed the dude gun and shot him or something.
They say he got up and went to the hospital on his own or something like that. Drove on his own and walked.
It's crazy, man. It's a kid, right? That did it? A kid?
I don't know. He can't. Well, they said the person is arrested, but I don't think they said who it was.
I don't know.
Well, I didn't see it.
Let's get to the big one though, man. Let's get to what I really want to talk about. The news triangle between Sheryl Swoopes, Caitlin Clark, and Stephen A. Smith. And my girl Nancy Lieberman. I'm sorry.
A square.
Right. When I said triangle, square.
Caitlin's in the middle of it. It's a triangle.
It's
a triangle with Caitlin in the middle. She's just out there hooping, bro.
I don't even know what Caitlin Clark sound like. I heard her say like two things.
Oh, I can tell you what she sounds like.
Yeah, innocent way out of this.
Before we get into the serious stuff, bro, and the stuff that y'all gonna be mad at me in the comments about or whatever you're doing in the comments, do something in the comments.
That's a Wednesday. That's a Wednesday afternoon for you, bro. Like that's nothing new.
Exactly.
This will be Wednesday afternoon too.
Literally.
But before we get into the serious stuff, what's going on with Nancy Lieberman's face? I'm not trying. I'm trying to be funny, but like I really want to answer. What's going on with her face? But she was in FedEx Forum, I think maybe last year, and she did not look like she looks now. Like her eyes are like wide open. I Googled some pictures. Like, okay, bro, am I tripping? I'm like, is she using a filter on the Zoom call? Like, what is she doing, bro? Like, y'all don't know what I'm talking about, right?
It's that Botox stuff, man. Allegedly. It's probably fillers, probably all that kind of stuff, man. You don't want to look old
because her eyes look weird. I'm like, okay, lady, what happened to you? Because you didn't look like this when I saw you. Of course, when I say I saw her in FedEx Forum, she was part of the symposium for the MLK Day thing. Yeah. She was one of the inductees to the, whatever they call that Hall of Fame thing. But yeah, and I'll just say this, man, just get into it. Sheryl Swoopes, of course. The biggest thing is that they said that she was giving praise to the Indiana Fever's latest play lately and mentioned everybody on the team and did not mention Caitlin Clark at all, right? So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so she's got called out on that. There was a game of the day that she would have covered, but she didn't cover. Nancy Lieberman covered the game instead. Stephen A. Smith had some things to say, had Nancy Lieberman on his show to explain her side. Nancy was saying that I'm a player who understands the importance of Angel Reese. We'll talk about Angel later. I know they're gonna kill me just for mentioning Angel's name instead of Caitlin.
Boy, no folks.
But
ruthless.
Yeah, she said how she understands the importance of Caitlin for the game and all those type of things. And I'll say this, and there's a lady on Twitter, I can't think of her name, Dawn somebody, it's a black lady. She's done some journalism as well. And she's basically blocked everybody on Twitter that has taken the side of Nancy Lieberman or just the anti, the pro Caitlin Clark side on this. And I think that to have this conversation, you have to kind of find yourself in the middle of something because there's just a lot going on. And I'll say this, as far as Sheryl Swoopes is concerned, I think as far as hating on Caitlin Clark, which is the word that's getting thrown around a lot, that she's hating on Caitlin Clark, I think that maybe 10% of it is resentment about this player who's coming in and getting all the hype that I'm not going to say that she never got, because Sheryl Swoopes had the very first shoe. She was the first lady that had her own Nike endorsed shoe. I've been working in Foot Locker when the Air Swoopes hit. Like I was there. You know what I mean? I saw it in real time. She was one of the greatest players of all time, easily one of the most recognizable players of all time, as far as name recognition. So it's not that it's not that she feels like I think it's a very small percentage of her really feels a way about Caitlin Clark. And I think 90% of the vitriol that you see is towards what crazy ass fans, bro. And the people are not just her fans, but people that are using her as some type of weird ass weapon for racism. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. There are thousands and thousands of weird ass yahoos on social media who are stomping for this young lady. And it makes it hard to cheer for her, man. I'm a dude who loves basketball. I see my boy Savage, this part of
3 Hardaway, LPR.
3 Hardaway, right? He's a huge Caitlin fan. I be want to tell him, man, shut your black ass up, man. And it's not that he's wrong. He's a pure Caitlin fan. But
he's a pure basketball fan.
Me personally, her fans are so fucking weird. Like I can't deal with them. But see what the difference between me and Sheryl Swoopes is, she gets paid a lot of money to cover the WNBA. She's got to find a way to not let that kind of stuff bother her and just cover the game. Cover what you're seeing. It's undeniable how big Caitlin Clark is for the WNBA. I'm not the person that was saying she should have went to the Olympics. I think the fact that she sat out the Olympics and chilled has got her like with a bloodlust out there now when she's rested and she feels away. She's tearing everybody's ass. She's the second leading scorer in the WNBA over the last, I think, 12 games.
Which you called at the beginning of the year. You were like, man, let her get her feet. Let her get her
because I was not impressed by early Caitlin Clark. I'm like, hey, bro, this ain't what I thought. I thought she was gonna come in murdering.
I knew she wouldn't do that. Because nobody's
it's undeniable she was not murdering the league when she first came in. She's killing everybody now. She was not doing that at first. And when people were having these debates about her versus Angel, I was like, shit, this shit neck and neck. Because I think Angel was scoring like 13 points a game and Caitlin was scoring like maybe 16. And Angel was doing it with averaging a double-double. So I was like, no, you just can't say it's a runaway. It's a runaway now, though. Because CeCe didn't hit her damn stride. This shit over with. She looked like one of the best players in the league right now. But I'm not mad at the stuff that Sheryl Swoopes is saying because the stuff she's saying, I get why she's saying it. But she just don't need to be saying it. Like, she's pointing at the wrong people. Like, she can still be super professional. She can still feel like, okay, you guys, your fans are trash. And you can, even the people who say, well, maybe Caitlin should come out and like, hey, y'all, shut the fuck up. Maybe she should say that, right? I get that kind of stuff too. I don't think she ever will say it. But I'm not particularly going to say that that's an indictment towards her either. Because I was talking to me and Chris Ingram were talking about this exact thing, right? About how, Caitlin ain't saying nothing. I said, Chris, I'm going to tell you something that I think that people have to understand. And I see Chris is talking about this on Twitter today as well. There's probably, if the stuff that we see about Caitlin Clark's fans are because we live on Twitter. It's part of our living. It's part of what we do as content creators, right? Like, so we're on Twitter. We see the stuff that people are saying about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark probably don't even see 90% of the shit that's out there, bro. Like, she may very well not know, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna knock her for that. But like I said, I get why Sheryl Swoopes is upset about the whole grand thing. And I don't think it's too much about Caitlin Clark. I just think it's about her fans, which are weird. There's a guy I'm talking to right now who's like, oh man, comparing Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese is like comparing LeBron James to Mario Chalmers. Like, first of all, that's not true. First of all, this is, you know what I mean? It's just stupid.
What?
Bro. Like, it's just stupid stuff to say. And it's like, and her fans are just being insanely weird. And this is the type of show, people watch this show know that I say we talk about whatever on this show, right? And I'll take the bullet for you guys. Like, I'm not gonna throw y'all. I'll say whatever. Like, when it comes down to social issues and human behavior, I'll say what I think. And it's not to be controversial. It's just because that's what I think is real. I don't want to bullshit about and just talk about dumb stuff. I want to talk about what I think the real issues are. And I say this all the time jokingly, but I'm dead serious. And I'll say this again. White people, it's okay to pull for people because they're white. Because I guarantee you, in a sport where black people are minority, I'm pulling for the black dude. I mean, it's just human behavior, bro. Like, not gonna name names, but I got media friends who they'll tell me off the record, hell yeah, I pulled for the white guy. And I ain't mad at that, bro. That's human nature. You're pulling for representation. Like, I get it. It's okay to do that. But to act like y'all not doing it is ridiculous, bro. It's not the fact that you're just doing it, but it's the fact that you're overdoing it. It's the fact that it's coming with straight up racist vitriol, and you're making pictures of Angel Reese on a cop's body, stepping on some other lady in the WNBA's neck, and she's on George Floyd body. Like, come on, bro. Like, they don't have nothing to do with nothing. That's evil, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Period. So, like I said, I'm not mad at people getting excited because a lady that looks like them, who's just a middle America white girl, played for Iowa. I get all that, bro. Like, enjoy that girl that's like you, whatever. But man, be human, bro. Like, you don't have to be an idiot about it. And like, I think that's what Sheryl Swoopes is dealing with, especially when I hear some of the words she's saying and some of the terminology she using. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm picking up what you're dropping, but she's got to understand if she's gonna be a professional and cover these sports, she's got to like say fuck them people and just talk about the girl because she's awesome, bro. It's undeniable good Caitlin Clark is. You know what I mean? And but I see the energy of people. I see how people want to rise up. And me personally, I'm a much bigger Angel Reese fan. Angel checks off a lot of boxes to me as far as reasons why I would pull for her. She's not close to the level of player that Caitlin is. Caitlin Clark has the ball in her hand. She's a point guard. She can dribble, pass, shoot. One of the best playmakers in the league, best shooters, getting assists all over the place. She's going to be a better player than somebody that's just a workhorse big like Angel Reese. But I like Angel better. I mean, so what? You know what I mean? But with that being said, I hate how Sheryl Swoopes is going out because she's one of the greatest athletes of all time. You know what I mean? I hate to see her go out like that. I think it's crazy. It's so, like I said, man, there's always going to be a racial element to sports, bro. Like, to pretend that it's not, it's bullshit. The NBA, as we know today, is what it is because of a race war between black people in Magic Johnson versus white people in Larry Bird. This is a real historical fucking moment. Like, this happened. This is real, Kenny. You know what I mean? That's why the NBA today was built because of that. And I would hate to see social media back then. People
to add on to that, I was watching this movie, The Great White Hype, right?
Yeah.
And the guy was trying to orchestrate this random white dude who won in boxing versus this top black fighter who was Damian Wayans. And he was like the top 10 all-time fights was black versus white. And I like Googled it, and this is today's. It was like most of Floyd Mayweather fights, and all of it was get somebody that was white. It was like 7 out of 10.
Bro, why you think everybody runs to go see an average ass team in the Big 12 in Colorado, and eyes are glued in because they want to see Deion Sanders' black ass lose? Like, they want to see that man lose, bro. Like, it's that's the world we live in, bro. But what I'm saying, what Sheryl Swoopes has to do, she has to navigate through those type of situations better. Because right now, they got her out there looking crazy because she's not handling it the best way.
Do you think so? Is the issue? And this is the problem with me. I don't get on Twitter as much because I'm buried in.
No, you ain't got
toxic. It's toxic,
right? Like, so is the issue? I'm learning about the situation as you're talking about it, Anthony. So I'm trying to get some clarity on this. Is it the issue that she's complaining about Caitlin Clark's fans reacting to her not mentioning Caitlin Clark?
When it comes to covering Caitlin Clark, because I wrestle with this myself, I said on Twitter, I've never wanted to cheer for somebody as bad as I want to cheer for this little weird looking ass white girl, this corn-fed ass white girl, as much as I want to cheer for Caitlin Clark. But her effing fans make it damn near impossible. And I don't, my boy Savage, you got it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a part of that, bro. Like, I'm not gonna be, because whenever I find myself leaning towards it, like, no, bro, I'm not gonna be in association with you because you're an idiot. You know what I mean? So, and I think that what she's doing, like I said, she's doing a poor job of just being able to cover her by herself and leaving the bullshit out of her. And like, because then she was out there saying, well, the girl, you know, she played 5 years and everybody else played 4. Like, that's not even true. Like, you just kind of searching for stuff to try to tear this girl down. And it's just kind
What
of
do you think the motivation is for Sheryl Swoopes to do that though? Like,
I think that Sheryl Swoopes is very socially conscious. I think that she was in the MLK. She was one of the MLK people too, bro. She's a social activist. And I think that she's struggling with that, cheering for a girl that she knows is being used for the racist bullshit. And it's just, I think she's struggling.
Who's using her for that?
Racist white people, bro.
Okay. I got you. No, I'm just trying to figure it out because I'm like, to me, just on the situation of looking at it from an outsider's perspective, it seems very clear to me that there is a level of unprofessionalism in Sheryl Swoopes to not like actually.
Oh, she wilding.
Like,
it's crazy. Go ahead.
No, just to like give credit to where credit is due. Like Caitlin Clark is not propped up as the great white hope because but she is a fantastic ball player. She's cold. And so it's like I mean, literally, it's been 189 days since the Iowa Fever have a winning record, and now Caitlin Clark has led them to that, right?
Yeah.
Like alongside Aaliyah Boston, right? Like they've got they're actually a winning team now, which is incredible, and a lot of that is due to the impact that Caitlin Clark on the floor has had. And so when Sheryl Swoopes is as a professional commentator saying, giving credit to everybody else but probably the best player on the court, when you take it, like if she allowed off the court stuff to impact her ability to talk about the things that are on the court, that to me is where I go, you don't get what you deserve, but you kind of set yourself up for that, right?
For sure. And like I said, she's not handling it the best way at all, in my opinion, man. Because like I said, I get the social part of it because it pisses me off too. And I'm gonna speak on it, but I'm gonna try to speak on it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna call it out, but I'm still gonna say, nah, that girl the goddamn truth though. Cause bro, when she was in college, we was going crazy over that girl. You know what I'm saying? But like,
right.
But yeah, go ahead.
I just think because in a lot of ways, and this doesn't make anything right about what's being said to Sheryl Swoopes, whether it is bots or trolls or regular racist white people that are saying terrible things to her.
Yep.
It doesn't change the fact that in a lot of ways, like what people would assume, like the motivation of why would Sheryl Swoopes not talk about Caitlin Clark? To some people, it might be, is it because she's white? They're not talking about her. That Sheryl Swoopes didn't mention her because she's because she's white. And so there becomes now Caitlin Clark gets put in the middle of the legendary black superstar of the WNBA, Sheryl Swoopes, doesn't like Caitlin Clark because she's white. Is that true? I highly doubt that's true.
I don't think they got nothing to do with it.
I don't think,
but she put herself in position.
But that's how.
Yeah.
But that's how the way that she moved in that regard could be looked at that way. And it's like this is why Twitter is such an ugly cesspool.
Oh man, it's terrible.
It's terrible because of this. Because now we are assuming that now people are assuming, not we, because I don't know anything about the situation other than. But it feels like to me what people are.
Sheryl Swoopes were friends, and now they didn't fell out of the whole shit. Too
crazy. And then you got Stephen A. Smith just thriving off of this, instigating everything, bro. That guy, listen.
Sheryl Swoopes, who's a friend of mine.
Come on, man. I just wish it's so crazy, man. Like it's so crazy how
the hell these folks, bro. Like I said, she's
a baller, bro. She's a baller. Let's let it rock.
When I read the tweets that Sheryl Swoopes was saying, and then some of the other buzzwords she was using, I was like, oh, okay. I get what she's saying. I get why she's doing this. But it's just she's got to separate the two, man. Like because you're just looking crazy if you just don't even mention the girl at all. Like, man, come on, bro. Like, stop. Like, you gotta. And I get it can be nauseating, and I can also get it just being a natural reaction to damn, bro. Like I was one of the best that ever did it.
Exactly.
And people did not watch us. You know what I mean? And I was doing, and she probably was like, man, prime me, I would kill that girl. Like, but see, here's the thing too. And I'm gonna wrap it up with this. I gotta be fair, man. I come in all the time and say, Charles Barkley, shut your ass up. Shaq, shut your ass up. I come in and say all this stuff, bro. And I'm gonna man. I gotta give Sheryl Swoopes the same thing, bro. Like that girl is legit, man. Like you shouldn't do that to her. And I get why she's doing it because those people who have the weird ass motives when they come down to her, the overzealous people when they come down to her. I get it, bro. I get how annoying that is. I get how much hatred come with that stuff. But man, screw them folks, go do your job and don't let them get up on your skin. You a queen,
100%,
the greatest of all time. Fuck them folk and move on. But yeah, number 3, bro. Number 3,
good 20 minutes.
Man, we were rolling. Yeah, number 3 though. Something else you dumb MF has been out here saying. Going back to what my man said in that comment. There's been a lot of talk about, a lot of people are using the word Angel Reese is just a role player. That's something that people have been saying about my girl, the Bayou Barbie, what they call the Chi-Town Barbie, all that type of stuff. All these things they've been saying about her, right? And that's kind of what they're doing now. Like just all she's doing is rebounding. All she does is rebound her own shots. So look at her field goal percentage, which is also such weird energy, bro. I've always thought it's so crazy. If you prefer Angel, if you're a fan of CC over Angel Reese, that's cool. If you think that CC is Rookie of the Year, it means you have 2 eyes. That's cool, right? But, bro, you ain't got to take a shit on Angel Reese because she's still a great player, bro. She's still another rookie in the league who's coming in, set the all-time record for rebounds in the season. They still got games left to go. This is about a rookie, bro. Like, that's incredible. You know what I mean? In Asia Wilson's WNBA, a rookie came in and has more rebounds than her and set rebounding records, right? So that's still phenomenal. And you don't have to tear her down to raise up Caitlin because Caitlin's raising her own self up. She's an incredible player. So is she a role player? Is she a star? Or is she both? I think the answer is simple. She's a star level. But here's the thing. I don't even think she's a role player. And I'm gonna tell you why. She's the second leading scorer on her team. Mm-hmm. She averages 13 points a game. She's the second leading scorer on her team. And she is number 26 in the whole league in scoring. At 13 points a game. She's a star. And the marketability she has confirms it. She just got a shoe that dropped. She got her own shoe. She got Reese's Pieces. Come on, man. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. All that.
Did you see the
Stop playing, bro.
Did you see the Shaq conversation he had with Allen Iverson where he was talking about Kobe Bryant, Dennis Rodman, and Shaquille O'Neal, and he's like, "Who's the star?"
Yep.
And he said,
"Video today. I'm glad you brought that up."
And he said, Allen was like, "Oh, it was you." Nope. Okay, it was Kobe. Nope.
I was never big of a star than Dennis Rodman was.
Right. That is Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
She is a star role player.
Role player. Yep.
She is. Yep. She is, and she's a rookie. She's gonna be
and she's a beautiful, sexy woman. And that matters in the world, bro. That is extremely marketable. When she walks into the game with an outfit on, and talking about, oh, I'm a baddie doing what baddies do. Swoon across the world, it's happening, and people like it, and it's just what she does, bro. And she's ushering in a. It's kind of like let me get my words right because I don't want to sound like an old man or a white man when I say this, but she has a very urban Black appeal, and she's unashamed about all of it. She's gonna come out there with the lashes on, weave in her head, all that type of stuff playing, and she can be talk slang. She can do all that stuff, and she's just bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she's extremely marketable. Like that's undeniable. You can say what you want to say about, but all she does is get on rebound. I don't care. She's extremely marketable, bro. And I promise you, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think who would be her NBA comparison of somebody whose marketability is way. Oh, I got one. We already did this already, I think.
What current player?
Yeah, I think we already did this.
Did we?
She's Lonzo Ball, bro.
Oh, we did do this. Yep, we did do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a celebrity basketball player that's not nearly as good as their stardom level is.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I think she could be. I mean, listen, man. Like, I think she could be a fantastic. She's going to be a contributor on a team that's probably going to win a championship at some point. But I don't think her skill level on the basketball court will ever reach where she's at marketability wise.
No,
like she is one of
her
the
game
most.
Is freaking ugly, bro.
She's one of the most marketable people on
that beautiful woman, bro. Her game is disgusting to watch.
It's tough. I ain't gonna care. But Who knows? She could develop.
Yeah, bro. Like, let's be frank about it. She's not that. I mean, she's not that good. Like, she's not a great.
About playing basketball? No, she's not. Her game is ugly. But no, but the fact that she's like, and I'm sitting there watching this beautiful woman get interviewed. Her eyelashes are just fluttering. She's got the fake lashes on. They're just fluttering, right? Beautiful girl, right? Looks like a cat in the face, right? She's sitting there talking, and she's like, "Well, I just go out there and I do the dirty work. I do this." I'm like, "What?" Like, you don't seem like the type of girl that'll be your game, but that's totally her game. She totally has a workhorse game. Like, she plays defense, she blocks shots, she gets rebounds. She's just gonna throw the ball at the backboard to get her in a better position to go get the ball and lay it in. And you know who she plays like? She plays like if her boyfriend couldn't jump. She's Jalen Duren if he couldn't dunk, bro. You know they date, right?
Mm-hmm. Are they together?
Man, shout out to my boy Jalen Duren. It take all Memphis niggas. It's all Memphis nigga. Come on, bro.
Hey, man, look, that gives me more motivation to get Jalen Duren in Memphis, man. What are we talking about?
Hey, but the two black queens of the NBA, bro. Who got them? Old school, just workhorse big men got the two baddies, bro. Angel and Angel Reese, bro. Because Angel dating
Bam.
Yeah. I almost call him man Bam Bigelow. Bam out of
Bigelow.
Angel's a star, man. Y'all are crazy, bro.
No, she's a star.
Whoever says
like I said, that Dennis Rodman one was spot on.
Look, I'm not ready to call her Dennis Rodman, though, bro.
I'm just saying, like
Dennis Rodman's superstardom far outweighed his skill level on the court, not his productivity on the court. Like that's different, right? Like we're not talking about skill level, we're talking about productivity. She's an incredibly productive player,
right?
But her skill level's not the high, like not great right now.
She gets to the point where she could actually finish.
She could, because you could develop it. I have a hope.
Dennis Rodman wasn't taking 15 shots a game. He was just getting putbacks.
Well, let's be fair about the 15 shots a game.
Oh yeah, you been.
You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't even.
Did y'all see the Dwight Howard video the other day? He was playing some pickup ball out on a outside court.
Yeah.
And this mug got the ball in the paint, and he did a goo hit the.
Well, if you think
he's like Angel Reese.
Like what she's doing, she's really spamming the game because she's like, okay, I'm just gonna literally just throw up whatever because I know I can't shoot the ball, I can't dribble from here to here, but I can throw the ball at the rim and run and go get the ball, and I'm where I need to be position wise to score. Like she's really cheating the game. It's really she's really spamming the shit out of that shit, bro. Because can't nobody fool with it mess when she gets to doing all that.
Is that kind of? Let me ask you this. I know she's not as good of a scorer as this guy, but is she kind of doing the Z-bound kind of?
Yeah, Zebo.
That's what he did. I mean, he would, because he was all about positioning, right? Like he would throw the ball off the backboard just to get better position so he could get the ball back and go up and get a real shot off.
And I'm gonna close it with this, man. A lot of the mean things people say about Angel Reese, it lines up with the stuff that Ja Morant got, bro. Their profile is the image of the type of black people they don't like. And it's undeniably true, bro. People can say what they want. Like Ja Morant, the dreads, even his body type, the tattoos, coming out with the grill on, dancing, all that type of stuff. That's, there are racists or bad people in the world who they want black people to fit into a certain mold. If you're not Tyrese Halliburton or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, if you don't fit their profile, you get that type of stuff. And girls like Angel fit the same way. They got the same. There's certain things about her that she does that rub people the wrong way. So she's going to get that hate and that vitriol. But she's a star. Y'all lost your mind. When you're done talking, she's still a star. But we about to take a break, man. When we come back, what we doing? Inside the same brain,
man.
Inside the same brain. You're on the edge of the same show. We'll see y'all in a minute.
10-2, is that sufficient if we make the conference championship?
I think making and competing for the conference championship, I would say that was a success.
No matter how many wins or losses you have.
I think the ultimate goal is to win the conference. So by making the conference championship, you're giving yourself a real opportunity. I would say that we should be competing every year to win the conference. Will I be disappointed if we don't win it? Absolutely, because I think this team as the favorite and has the talent to do so. But I'll chalk up making the conference title game a success.
I just put up 9-3, I think it was. I could see people being pretty upset based off the success last year. You brought back Brock, Demir. You've got all these pieces, and you can only give me 9 wins.
Yeah,
Houston's gone. SMU's gone.
100%. I think 9-3 people would be pissed.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Next Olympic coach. There are reports of 2 guys, and I don't think it's any surprise. And because everybody's kind of been talking about these 2 guys, Eric Spoelstra or Ty Lue, possibly the next head coach. Not that Steve Kerr is going to get fired. Kerr kind of made it known from the beginning that he was going to do it for 2 years, and then he would cycle through and bring somebody else in. I'm good with both. I just think Eric Spoelstra may deserve it more.
It's a definite toss-up. And you can flip a coin for me, and whichever one the decision was, I would be extremely happy with. I would only want the other to still be a part of the staff. I think what has made them be able to be successful, especially with the communication side, is by having both of those guys on the bench.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Sain Show. Top Inside the Sain Brain. We were talking about something that's on the brother mind. Kenny Stubblefield, Parish Sharkey had a great weekend, man. 9-on-1 day happened on Sunday. Somebody from out of town asked me, because I went to Biscuits and Jams, one of my favorite places to eat breakfast at. I ain't gonna give them a full shout out, but check them out. 2 locations, one downtown, one in Bartlett.
They proceeded to give them a full shout out.
But yeah, check them out, man. But I was talking to a lady from out of town that had a 9-on-1 FC shirt on, and she said the 9-on-1 day thing, like, how long have y'all been doing it? And I said, ma'am,
how long has that been going on?
I don't think it's been a thing too long. Like, no.
Like 3 years. Like 3 years. I think after COVID. I think post-COVID.
It was a post-COVID? Okay, I thought it might have been, I gave a couple years. I might have been late to the party. So I
don't remember nothing prior to COVID.
And I told the lady, I think that maybe like business owners kind of started on their own, maybe as a way to, because it kind of feels like a way to not only celebrate Memphis, but also get kind of a last few weekends of the summer stimulus type of thing.
Right.
I think it's a dope idea. I'm glad that we do it. I'm glad that it's getting bigger and bigger every year. And it's a young lady I want to give props to. Her name is Ladia Yates, and she's the founder of the Lie Dance team thing. It's like her initials, LYE something, like Ladia Yates Entertainment or something like that. I don't know what it stands for, but she's awesome. Never met the young lady. I saw people tagging her on Facebook because people were hating. You know how Memphis is when it comes down to certain stuff, man. I don't know if she put together the official thing. I don't know what official means when it comes down to stuff like that, because wherever you are, it's official to me. But she put together the one that was kind of backed by the city of Memphis, and Glorilla got a key to the city.
Dude,
it's a whole other discussion.
Did you see the video from the stage when she was doing TGIF from the stage, and the entire crowd was? Oh my God, that stuff made. I felt so happy for her.
Happy to be a Memphis, man. It's just for her.
Yep.
Like you said,
Great.
Yeah, but like I said, man, I'm proud of Memphis. We celebrated the 9-on-1. Me and Paris talked about this in our segment. It went nothing that we really saw major. Nobody got shot. Nobody got killed.
Yeah, clean.
It just felt like a good spirit in the atmosphere.
Yes.
And there are 2 types of people in the city of Memphis, man. There are people who love it and ain't leaving here, and people who hate it and also ain't leaving here. And if you, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you hate the city.
Okay. That's so true, bro.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's so good.
And shout out to the people who, let's say, man, you know what? Enough of that. I know we've had a rough 365, a rough 7, whatever 365 is times 2. a rough whatever that is. Last couple of years in Memphis, man, but we still love this city. We got faith in this city. Mayor Young was out there. He out there doing the dance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, I hope we can build from this because our city is still great. It still got a ton of potential, bro. Shout out to everybody that had something to do with that joint. Glorilla, appreciate you.
Shout out Glorilla,
definitely
man.
the key to the city. Her story, man, get that young lady a biopic, man, for real though, because she's a living story, man. And like, you know, I think the city's behind her. And like, I get it. Her music talks about things, this, that, and the other. But man, whatever.
That's hip hop. That's hip hop in general.
But you know what I mean? She's got an amazing story, and she just has light on her, man. You can just tell that she has light on her. You know,
her energy is all the way good, man. Like everything she does. Every time you hear her talk, you're just like, man, she is she is genuine. One of the best of that this city has to offer, man. She's so good.
Angel Reese too, man. Like Angel Reese and Glorilla have that. What girls look like she just look like these crazy ass girls you see who be funny as shit, send all this little crazy stuff. Like that's who Angel is, and that's who Glorilla is, and man, it's just like it was dope. Like 901 Day is dope. I didn't get down there. I had a really bad headache, and then the weather started going in and out, rain like now.
Started raining in and out. Yeah.
I got out that night, and I was 901, and you know, in my own way. But yeah, it was great, man. It was a great experience. I'm gonna have to get down there next year and be a part of whatever the official stuff is, man, because I've said I want to do it the last 2 or 3 years in a row, but haven't. But yeah, shout out to 901 Day. And speaking of 901, man, we talked about this earlier in the show. We're gonna talk about it again. My good people, 901 Wrestling, we back. Minglewood Hall, man, September 22nd. Big show going down there. Kids get in free. And when we say that, with every ticket purchase, a kid gets in free. If you're a single mother with 5 kids, it's 6 of y'all. 3 of your babies getting in for free. That's how we showing you love on September 22nd, man. If you got a youth group, half your kids get in free. For every ticket purchase, a kid gets in free, basically, on that whole thing. And if it's just, you know, mom and dad, 2 kids, your 2 kids get in free. Mom and 3 kids, mom, dad, and 5 kids, however you doing it, you know, for every ticket you purchase, a kid gets in free. Grab your neighbor's kid. They're going to get in free. If it's 2 of y'all and 3 kids, bring one more kid for next door, man. Bring them in. Bring them in because they're getting in free anyway, man. That type shit. You know what I'm talking about? But that's what we're doing with 901 Wrestling at Minglewood Hall. Visit the website, 901wrestling.com. Get your tickets now, man. It's going down. I'm excited. It's going down, brother. I'm trying to tell you. Got something going on Thursday. I ain't gonna lie, Ken. It's kind of a 901 Wrestling takeover coming Friday, bro, for sure. My guy, I ain't gonna drop nothing, man. It might be a little takeover. We might not even need you, but Friday at all. But we're gonna get about this joint, man.
Nah, I can't.
But get the Summerfield for Parish Sharkey is Anthony Sain. We'll see y'all next time, and we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.